From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update.
From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander with your Daybreak Drive-In for Monday, March 3rd. Hamilton Southeastern star perishes in a weekend crash. European leaders rally around Ukraine, and Alex Palou grabs his usual spot atop IndyCar. Next.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/Wondery and use code Wondery for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Wondery and use code Wondery at checkout.
Weight loss. It needs to be fast and sustainable. Noom GLP-1 starts at just $149 and ships to your door in 7 days. Take it from Lauren, who lost 22 pounds on Noom.
If I come off of the GLP-1, it's not going to automatically make my weight yo-yo back.
$149 GLP-1s? Now that's Noom smart. Get started at Noom.com. Real Noom user compensated to provide their story. Individual results may vary. Not all customers will medically qualify for prescription medications. Compounded medications are not reviewed by the FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality.
Many are mourning a bright young life cut short over the weekend. Mason Alexander was a star football player at Hamilton Southeastern and was set to make the move to major college competition next. He formally met the media as a new Pittsburgh Panther last week. Then, Saturday night, he was the passenger in a car that slammed into a tree and caught fire, killing Alexander. State lawmakers returned to work today after a timeout at the midpoint of the legislative session. One of the first items up for discussion is a mandatory labeling bill for man-made meat. The overriding issue to be hammered out is the two-year budget. Lawmakers cannot adjourn without it. European leaders are rallying together behind Ukraine in the fallout from last week's scenes at the White House, where President Trump dressed down Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky in front of live cameras. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says that every nation must contribute to help Ukraine. Anora is the big winner from the Academy Awards, taking 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress for Mikey Madison, and Adrian Brody then won Best Actor for The Brutalist. The special tributes included Morgan Freeman honoring Gene Hackman, who was found dead last week. Alex Palou has seized his usual spot atop IndyCar after one race. He drove a textbook race in St. Pete ahead of Ganassi teammate Scott Dixon and Penske's Joseph Newgarden. Next up for the series is the Thermal Club in 3 weeks. Andrew Neesmith is the pacer of the moment thanks to his hot hand against Chicago last night. Fired in a career-high 27 points, including 3 threes in 3 minutes. The final was 127-112. Indiana's in a dogfight for 4th in the Eastern Conference. Play 2 in a row in Atlanta to end the week, Thursday and Saturday. Mostly sunny, not as cold today, high of 49. From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander. Be sure to like and subscribe for your daily news 8s from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.